WBCB presents Pro Wrestling Weekly.
The longest-running pro wrestling radio talk show in the history of terrestrial radio.
And he's obviously Michael Cole.
Call in with a question or comment at 215-949-3232 or 888-922-2149.
Talking wrestling.
Yeah.
Because that's what this show's about. That's what we've been doing for over 16 years.
No. It's about sports entertainment.
And now here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Will you stop marking out over there?
Sorry.
Move over, kid. I'm taking your microphone.
You're shallow, you know that?
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I don't remember what the hell I do anymore. There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Not alongside Lucas DeSangro. No. This time around, alongside the self-professed fugazi wrestling fan. Try saying that one 5 times faster. Please don't. None other than Mike Samsel.
Not if you want a show here, you shouldn't try and saying that 5 times fast.
No, it would almost be as bad as that restaurant across from the former restaurant across from the Remote from Hell. I told you that story, didn't I?
But yeah, I know the Remote from Hell story. What, Fuddruckers?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I might have had a slip up in that.
No. Did you get rid of the duh?
Well, no, it was just there was a lot of durr that day. We are off to a rousing start already. This is going to be a fun show here.
Absolutely. I'm going to ruin this thing.
That's what you do best.
Right. I'm the show killer.
Absolutely. No. There just may have been a flipping of an R and an F somewhere in there that might have caused some problems.
Gotcha.
But that was in the midst of the most hellacious part of that Remote from Hell. But it's so memorable at the same time because I got to meet such fun people like Sarah Del Rey, who's now down in... You all right there?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Oh, yeah, no one would want to eat at Ruddbleepers.
No. Oh, wow. But, I mean, as I was saying, I got to meet Sarah Del Rey, who's now training at NXT, and Mike Quackenbush, of course, the lead guy for Shikara for all these years, and some Claudio Castagnoli guy who went on to become Cesaro in WWE. So, awesome. I mean, that was the positive end of things.
Hey, you had a story.
It was one hell of a story. You're
you
right
live
about
life
that.
For the story. Wow, I can't believe I never heard Ruddbleepers before. That's really funny.
No, I had to have mentioned that at some point.
I honestly have never heard that before.
I mean, I'm not 100% certain, and I believe the audio was lost somewhere along the way, so I can't confirm or deny. Yeah, it went in the awful crash of the hard drive that took out probably about 50 or 70 some odd episodes that I've done. Something like that between, somewhere in the 100 to 170 range, or maybe a little. I forget exactly the time frame. I've been doing this for so long. Can you believe it's been 8 years that I've been doing this show now? A little more than.
That's crazy.
And then plus the little over 10 that Eric's done. So yeah, we're 18 years and running here on Pro Wrestling Weekly.
Pro Wrestling Weekly is legal.
Yes, it is. And not too far behind is Twitch.
Yeah.
No, conspicuous by his absence here.
He never shows up anymore. He's not even conspicuous.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Do your show, Twitch.
No, he's a star now at the MFPW.
You committed Hollywood.
He's Hollywood Twitch DeSangro.
Yeah, exactly.
Should we get out the Jimi Hendrix theme?
I already gave him one nickname. I might as well see if I can give him any other ones.
Oh goodness, it's.
I'm going to come after him for royalties. I'm going to be like TNA and Broken Man. I'm going to put a little TM in the corner of every one of these episodes. Because if you remember correctly...
Oh, no.
I coined Twitch.
Well, he will say that Twitch preceded you, as that was a derogatory term that was given to him in middle school.
In middle school? Yes, I didn't know him since middle school.
Yeah, so that would have, let's say for him, 7th grade, gosh, that would have been 2011. Anyway, yeah, I was going to say, somewhere along the way here, wrestling. That's right. That's That's what we do and we talk about here. So let's get into some of that. Of course, we've got the Payback pay-per-view tomorrow for WWE. So we'll get into that. And Twitch will be, even though he's not here, he will be providing me his predictions certain to go wrong for the event there.
Are we sure? Has he texted us back yet?
Well, the last that.
I'm blowing kayfabe here all the way.
Okay, well, I'm. If you haven't figured out by now, although the banter certainly sounds like it, we are not O'Reillying this. Pardon the topical conversation.
Speaking of which, he got fired. That was fun. We can talk about that. He went down in flames.
Oh man, just like the show.
No, we're doing great. Listen, man, we talk.
Yeah, well, yeah. So there we go. We'll do it live. Bleep it. There we go. That's. No, of course. Also, this weekend is the MF Super Camp, which is why.
So we can't talk about Bill Riley.
We can talk about Bill Riley. We just can't talk about Bill O'Reilly.
Or Bill O'Reilly. Yeah.
It's my way to get out of that as best I could.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it was a thing. It happened. All right, next. Is that better? There you go. Does that keep me out of trouble?
I mean, it keeps you out of trouble.
Yeah,
what are they going to do? Fire me?
Yeah, I guess there is that. All right, so things to get into. Yeah, so we mentioned the Payback lineup. We've got, well, I guess the big story coming out of the week thus far, the passing of Matthew Anoa'i, better known as Rosie, who passed away at the age of 47. Earlier this week, and yeah, it sucks. I hate talking about about wrestler deaths. I mean, what can I say? It just they're not fun. Where's the Twitch draw? Oh, I know how it feels, and it's not fun. Yeah, it's pretty much where we're at with these.
Here's the one thing that I will say, that it seems like for the most part now we're teaching wrestlers to be in better shape. Like, there's not a whole lot of Rosies and Umagas and Earthquakes and guys like that floating around. Even the Big Show. I mean, the Big Show is ripped. Christ almighty, is he huge now. And it's like, we're not really creating that brand of wrestler that's kind of fat and sloppy. And, like, I think wrestlers are getting a little more wise about their health. You certainly don't hear about the rampant drug use anymore. You're not seeing some of those health problems that are, causing wrestlers, I don't want to say self-destruction, but they're certainly not helping.
No, that's definitely accurate in that regard. And I mean, 47 isn't exactly. I mean, it isn't old, but it isn't young either. It's. I mean, I guess for a wrestler career, I mean, it's. I mean, it's obviously past your competing days. It's not like, as you had mentioned, Umaga, I mean, who passed in his 30s.
Right.
So, I mean, there is that. But, yeah, as I said, it's not fun. And, I mean, yeah, here we go. It's been crazy here the last day or so. The Anoa'i family issuing a statement to WWE.com about his death. Saying, quote, "The Anoa'i family is mourning the loss of Sika's son, Matt, a.k.a. Rosie, due to an untimely death. We want to let his fans know that he loved them and the wrestling world so much. In his passing, he left 3 beautiful young children and a heartbroken family. Please respect the privacy of his children and family as they mourn the loss of this kind, loving gentleman who was a father, son, brother, and a superhero to us all." Nice little nod there with that. We'll get to that in a minute. "Our family appreciates your prayers and continued support during this very difficult time." Matt was first signed by WWE in 2002 as part of the 3-Minute Warning tag team, along with his cousin, the late Eddie Fatu. Mm-hmm. That was back in the Rosie and Jamal days. And later he became a superhero in training, and I won't mention what that acronym is. But you can figure it out there, aligned with Hurricane Helms, as you remember.
Also works at Ruddbleepers, that superhero in training acronym.
Exactly. He ended up getting released by WWE in 2006. Matt also was the older brother of current WWE star Roman Reigns. Mm-hmm. Reigns 15 years younger than, crazy how that works there. And, Matt was the the father of 2 sons and a daughter, as mentioned in there. So, yeah, very unfortunate. Early word is that it was heart failure, but obviously there will still be a lot of tests and other things to go along. He had been dealing with some heart issues in recent years. Yeah. So, yeah, condolences to the Anawai family and yeah, it's just sucks. What can I say? It
really does. Yeah, there's no better way to put it. It sucks. Like, it's a bummer to talk about. It's a bummer to see. By all accounts, just a good dude that got taken from us too soon.
Yeah, but as you had said, I mean, we're definitely beyond the days of the rampant drug usage and things like that have taken a lot of wrestlers from us. Right. Although I will say, in terms of wrestlers being in better shape, even those who may not necessarily be a physical picture of health, they can certainly go. I mean, Kevin Owens is somebody who would be a prime example of. I mean, yeah, does he look like he's going to win a WBF contest anytime soon? Against Gary Stridham. Wow. Not necessarily, but I mean, he can still go, and I think that athleticism and that that wind and a lot of those things that I can certainly attest to, having trained in the ring and knowing all that from the MFPW. That's another fun bit. I'm going on. I'm tangenting like crazy here. My medicine is so worn off.
It's all good. I talked about Bill O'Reilly and Ruddbleepers. So
yeah, fair enough. That'll probably be the title of this episode, Ruddbleepers.
Yeah,
it's a great non sequitur.
By the way, if those of you who are just joining us and wondering what Ruddbleepers is, long ago, Fearon had a remote from hell at a place across the street. Now I have to make sure I say it right.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I'm walking up to this speed bump at Ruddruckers. But he flipped the R and
allegedly
the F.
Might have flipped the R and the F.
And so
that's
became
all allegedly.
Yeah.
It's all allegedly. Oh, man. I hate it's like the 2002 plane ride from hell. It's just we try not to talk about it, but it does come up in conversation every once in a while.
And it seems like there's a new great story every time we talk about it.
Yeah, it's that legend that just grows with time. Oh, man. So yeah, now that you've gotten that in there, and I've gotten completely lost on the tangent, I was going to try and go. Oh yeah, that's so this past week I finally got cleared for in-ring activity again. Nice. 9 weeks removed from the hernia surgery.
Excellent.
So I'm back to kicking butt and taking names down at the Monster Factory.
That's awesome, man. So glad to hear.
So yeah, the fact that there's this camp that's gone on yesterday and today, that's certainly a lot of fun. Good being able to be back in there and doing everything, which is almost a masochistic kind of way of looking at things. But I wouldn't have it any other way. What can I say? It's certainly a lot of fun. Speaking of which, make sure that you join the movement 1 week from tonight at the MFPW Arena, 541 Mantua Avenue in Paulsboro, New Jersey, where QT Marshall will be defending the MFPW Heavyweight Championship against #1 contender Mikey Webb out of the Boston, Massachusetts area. He's been up and down the East Coast here. And what's next for LSG after his controversial means of regaining the Supersonic Championship? All this and more 1 week from tonight at the MFPW Arena, 541 Mantua Avenue in Paulsboro, New Jersey. Tickets are available now at eventbrite.com, and make sure to check out the MFPW and all things Monster Factory on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, plus at monsterfactory.org, and check out past matches, bios, bloopers, and more at the mfnetwork.com, and you might even be able to hear my voice on a few of the things, as I've been their play-by-play commentator down there for the last 10 months now. Holy smokes. And I've even been doing in-ring announcing for them as of late.
That's awesome.
I'm like the Howard Finkel, the probably more accurately, the Mauro Ranallo, as well as the Briscoe and especially Patterson of the MFPW.
I want to talk about the Ranallo part of that, and I want to run from the rest of it like it's covered in bubonic plague. What a piece of garbage JBL is. All right. Well, let me qualify.
Hype and hot take coming your way.
Yeah, it should clear out. This is me calling for the ISO in basketball. Everybody clear out.
Oh no. Well, you know what? I was gonna say we're kind of closing up against our one and only timeout
Oh,
here.
I don't
so do
care.
we?
I
I was gonna say, do we want to save that piping hot take for the other side, or are we just rolling while we're hot here?
No. We're rolling while we're hot here. Commercials.
All right,
LOL.
get it going.
JBL is a detestable human being. Like, that seems to be well established. Aside from this, I don't know what happened behind the scenes. And when you're talking about bipolar disorder, you don't really know exactly what it is that happened behind the scenes, triggers, what have you. Everything that seems to have been the triggers has struck me as just JBL working heel. I don't know what happened behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No,
JBL is an awful human being. But I don't really know how I feel about this one yet. I need more information. That's my piping hot take. My piping hot take is I need more information.
I was going to say, it sounded like your piping hot take had to do more with your opinion of JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield.
Yeah. Like, he's a scumbag, but we've known that JBL's a scumbag forever.
See,
Like,
I don't
he
know.
blocks
I've
people on Twitter who wish Mauro Ranallo well.
Okay, we did talk about that last week, and
Right.
yeah, that was. I mean, there's. I love using the word allegedly.
Like, what a piece
but
of superhero in training.
killing me, Smalls. Oh, man. Well, on that note, we're going to go ahead and take care of our first bit of business here. And if I have a show left on the other side.
See if I still have a job next.
Yes, exactly. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly alongside Mike Samsel for what might be the final broadcast here. I'm Fearon Derry, and Twitch is probably wishing he was here. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Ryan Westbrook here to tell you about my good friends over at Golden Nugget Jewelers. Just because I used to leave it all in the field doesn't mean you have to leave all your money at the register to get her that special engagement ring. Head on over to Golden Nugget Showroom on the corner of 8th and Chestnut to get treated like a Hall of Famer. They've got the best selection of loose diamonds, the best prices, and lifetime guarantees. But what really sets Golden Nugget apart is the family-owned, friendly atmosphere. Golden Nugget Jewelers. It's where Philly gets engaged.
You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
Here's another What's It Worth Antique Minute. If your 14-karat gold bracelet weighs 1 troy ounce, how much gold do you really have? Because gold is a soft and malleable metal, it must be mixed with another metal, such as copper or tin, to make it hard enough to endure day-to-day wear. Pure .999 gold is defined as 24 karat. So if you have a 14-karat gold bracelet, 14 over 24 means that your bracelet would be approximately 58.5% pure gold mixed with 41.5% of another base metal. So your 14-karat 1 troy ounce gold bracelet would contain approximately 0.585 ounces of pure gold. If the spot price of gold is $1,200 per ounce, your 14-karat gold bracelet, having no gemstones, would have a ballpark scrap gold value of approximately $450 to $500. Auctioneer, appraiser, and home downsizing expert Mike Ivakovich hosts What's It Worth? Ask Mike the Appraiser radio show. And you can tune in on Friday mornings from 9 to 10 on WBCB 1490 or on the internet at WBCB1490.com. All commentators heard on WBCB express their own views. Their opinions are not necessarily those of others on WBCB, including the staff and management.
Phillies fans, if you want to get inside the game, inside the team, and inside the strategy, then we've got you covered. Tune into the Baseball Insiders presented by SEPTA every Sunday following Phillies baseball. Former Phillies All-Stars Ricky Bataligo and Tommy Green join host Phillies Director of Fun and Games John Brazier to recap all the action and look ahead to what's coming up for the Fightin' Phils. The Baseball Insiders presented by SEPTA right here on 1490 WBCB and video stream live at WBCB1490.com.
The draft is coming to Philadelphia, and ESPN is coming to Chickies and Pete's to cover it. Come eat, drink, and be a part of it all at the #1 sports bar in North America. ESPN is live from Chickies and Pete's. ESPN's Mike and Mike, First Take, and Outside the Lines will broadcast their shows live from our South Philadelphia location on Packer Avenue Thursday and Friday starting at 6 a.m. And you're invited to be a part of the live audience from ESPN's top sports bar, Chickies and Pete's. For more information, visit chickiesandpete's.com.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, April 22. On this date in 1996, WCW Monday Nitro aired live from Albany, New York. In the main event, Lex Luger and Sting defeated Ric Flair and The Giant by disqualification in a match where Luger's television title, Luger and Sting's tag team titles, and Ric Flair's World Heavyweight title were all on the line. On this date in 2000, ECW held its CyberSlam pay-per-view. In the main event, Justin Credible pinned Tommy Dreamer to win the ECW World Heavyweight Championship. On this date in 2013, WWE Monday Night Raw aired from London, England. In the main event, AJ Lee defeated Oksana, Layla, Naomi, and Tamina Snuka in a battle royal. This has been Today in Wrestling History, April 22. Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Somehow I'm still employed. No thanks to Mike Samsel, who's in alongside me here as opposed to Twitch DeSangro.
Correct. I will do my best to change that before the end of the show.
Damn it. All right. Well, let's get into some other tidbits, news notes, and otherwise here. So
before we do, can I flash back to this date in wrestling history for 1 second?
Okay.
Tommy Dreamer taught me my absolute favorite line in all of life.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
No.
Oh.
Muscles tear, fat doesn't.
Fair enough.
That's the second I heard that, I stopped working out. That's not true.
There you go.
But, yep, muscle tears, fat doesn't. Can't strain an oblique unless you have an oblique.
Well, I mean, you still have it. It's just it's cushioned.
Correct.
As I've learned in my my time away from the ring. Well, and before it, because I've been... never mind. I don't want to get into a body dysmorphia conversation. Moving on here. Yes, things. So
who drove us into the pothole that time?
Yeah, that was all me. I will own it. I will own it. I will just take all of it and own it. Yeah, so apparently, rumor going on here is that Mike Bennett and Maria are reportedly SmackDown bound.
That would be pretty cool. I'm down for that.
Yeah, I mean, Maria has her history with WWE, and
I'm a little surprised they're not going to NXT. You know, when you make guys like Drew McIntyre, who already worked in WWE, you know, when you have guys like Drew McIntyre, Bobby Roode, it's a little surprising that Bennett gets the call straight to the main roster.
Well, I think
I'm
a lot of that.
I'm just a little surprised by it.
Well, here's my kind of counter argument to that, and why I think it could make sense.
Okay.
Because that just plugs Maria right into the whole total divas, husband, wife, real life thing. Because you've got that now with Cena engaged to Nikki Bella. You've got Maurice and The Miz. I mean, so that just kind of flows
Dean
right
Ambrose
into
and
that.
Renee Young now?
Dean Ambrose and Renee Young now. Sorry, Lucas. Yeah, two of his favorite people are married.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, is he more depressed about Dean Ambrose or Renee Young?
Oh, boy. Yeah, it's between the history that Maria has and, the Total Diva stuff, that totally makes sense. And Bennett definitely benefited from the exposure during his 1 year with TNA. And Maria, well, she proved she's one of the best talkers in the company. So there's a nice dynamic between the two of those. definitely looking forward to that. Also, speaking of Impact, how about Impact announcing a partnership with AAA in Mexico, going south there.
Yeah, TNA certainly is.
And along with it, they're doing a pay-per-view thing along with it. So July 2nd, when Slammiversary 2017 will be going on at the Impact Zone, it'll showcase top talent from the high-flying AAA roster. And later that summer, their 25th anniversary Triple Mania 25.
Nice.
That'll be on August 26th of 2017 in Mexico City, and it'll feature top Impact stars, including Bobby Lashley, Eddie Edwards, and Davey Richards, as well as an Impact Championship belt being defended on Mexican soil.
That's awesome. Listen, the wrestling world is better if Impact exists and is good. So
Exactly.
it's
More opportunities for people.
It's easy to be snarky about it, but wrestling is better when Impact is good. So this thing with AAA is a good thing.
Yeah, just like, on another end, look at what's going on with Ring of Honor and New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Right.
Not to throw back to the MFPW, but one of our coaches, Punishment Martinez, who's contracted with Ring of Honor, he just recently competed in Japan.
Right.
So, there's a lot of different cool stuff going on. That is for certain. And speaking of cool stuff, there's some cool signings going on, courtesy of our friends over at George's Cards and Collectibles.
Nice.
Yay, segue. Coming up today, in fact.
Very broadcastery of you.
I know. It's as if I've done this before or something. Who'da thunk it? Later this afternoon from 3 until 5 p.m., former WWE Divas champion Jillian Hall, also Christy Hemme, Brooke Adams, Ashley Massaro, Grandmaster Sexay Brian Christopher, and WWE Hall of Famer, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart.
Wow.
Yeah, all of them in that.
An all-star signing.
Yeah, exactly. All over at the Neshaminy Mall location this later today here. And then 2 more appearances coming up in May. First, former 3-time WWE Tag Team Champions Demolition. That's right, Axe and Smash will be at George's Neshaminy Mall location on Saturday, May 6th from 3 till 5 p.m. And then 1 week later, what does everybody want?
Al Snow?
Yeah, you are certainly right. He will be at the Neshaminy Mall location of George's Cards and Collectibles Saturday, May 13th from 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. And I would imagine that his notable accomplice will, I would hope, also be there with him.
What do you think life was like for Al Snow in that time? Like that ECW...
Like the 96 to 98 range?
Yeah, like what was life like?
It was full of styrofoam mannequin heads, I know that much. Oh, goodness.
Am I being hipster indie fan right now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, sorry.
At least that was picked up there. Yeah, take a second and breathe, will you? See what I did there?
Loved this entrance.
Yeah.
I'm so mad I can't find it anywhere on the internet. If any of you wrestling nerds that listen to the show know where it is, tweet me at Mike Samsel.
What the wrestling entrance or the song?
Well, no. Al Snow's entrance with the song. When they all throw the styrofoam heads in the ring. And
I'm sure somebody has it somewhere.
It was a purely magical ECW video.
If nothing else, I'm sure you might be able to find it over at rfvideo.com, for example.
Yeah, but see, the problem with that is it's all WWE music. It's all in the WWE library now, and WWE takes actual music.
They took it all. Okay, so he wouldn't be able to sell that anymore. You're right.
Exactly.
That ship has unfortunately sailed.
Mm-hmm.
But one
so
that
if anybody
hasn't.
knows, if you marks know where that's at, tweet me at Mike Samsel.
There you go. And also just added a little bit ago 2 appearances on Saturday, July 8th, as if that wasn't enough for all of that on George's Cards and Collectibles. Saturday, July 8th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., former WWE stars King Kong Bundy.
Nice.
And one half of the Vaudevillains, Simon Gotch.
Ah, yes, very available.
Very available, exactly, after the future endeavoring.
So you're telling me my Quite Manly shirt doesn't quite have the value that it did when I bought it. I bought a Vaudevillain shirt.
Perhaps not.
Yeah.
Hard to say.
I'm not.
Maybe we'll ask the appraiser, Mike Ivankovich, on that one. Heard here Fridays at 9 a.m. on WBCB. There we go. A little plug for exactly. George's has 3 locations for all of your cards and collectibles needs, including their original store at 7755 New Falls Road in Levittown, in the Willow Grove Park Mall on the 2nd level near Macy's in Tivana, and in the Neshaminy Mall in the movie theater wing. For more information, go to georgescollectibles.com and follow George's Cards and Collectibles on Facebook. So some other news and tidbits and things to get into. A little interesting tidbit, Austin addressing the status of his relationship with WWE on the latest Steve Austin Show podcast, addressing why he didn't appear at WrestleMania. Well, he had a little bit of real estate, land stuff to deal with. He recently sold his ranch in Texas, and the timing of the sale and everything that came with it conflicted with WrestleMania weekend.
Oh, he sold the Broken Skull Ranch?
But he kept the name.
Interesting.
Yeah, so he said, I had a lot of irons in the fire. He did note that he retained the rights to the Broken Skull Ranch name and that there will eventually be another ranch of the same name at a location to be determined. So it's not so much that he sold the location of the ranch, but he's keeping the naming rights so he can take that name Broken Skull Ranch with him wherever. He explained that it was too much to live in Los Angeles and travel 1,500 miles back and forth to and from the ranch, which that is a hell of a commute.
It really is.
Yeah, it makes traveling down I-95 look like a picnic.
Sure, yeah, it's not so bad for me having to drive to Westchester and you to South Philly, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And
he makes
and as far as his relationship, he says, I will always be a part of the WWE. The WWE will always be a part of my life. Man, I'm in this thing for the rest of my life. That's the relationship I have with the WWE. So there's never been no heat, no this, no that, no whatever. I'm at a great place with those guys, and I'm thankful for everything that they've done for me. I'm sure they're thankful for the things I did for them. Again, I'm a WWE member for life. Good to hear from Stone Cold there. All right, well, I did get to hear back from Twitch. That's a good sign here. So we'll get into
alive.
Yeah, it's alive, exactly. So we'll get into the predictions certain to go wrong for Payback.
Presented this week by Ruddbleepers. I'll show myself out.
No, we got a couple minutes left here. You got some time here. So 7 matches on the card. We've got the Raw Women's title on the line. Bayley defending against Alexa Bliss.
I don't know why, because I'm really hoping the WWE stops the hot potato with the Women's Championship. But I think Alexa Bliss is going to win. I think Alexa Bliss is kind of new to the Raw brand, maybe new to the Raw viewer if they're not watching SmackDown. And they kind of want to make the point of, hey, this lady's here and she matters.
Yeah, certainly something to be said for that. I'm going with, but I mean, that being said, I'm going with Bayley, and so is Twitch in that regard.
Okay. It's definitely the safe pick.
Yeah. It's hard to go against it in that regard.
Hashtag Hug Life.
Hashtag Hug Life. There you go. You've got Seth Rollins against Samoa Joe.
This kind of has the feel of a heel pay-per-view to me.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm going to go with Samoa Joe in this one. I think Rollins is the top babyface right now, but they want to get Joe over as a top heel, and there's no championship. So what exactly are you building Rollins for? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's kind of what direction is he going now that the Triple H stuff is over with.
Right, and like this is the main event, right? This is the top active heel against the top active face. Like, who's the bigger? I guess Braun and Roman are technically.
Well, yeah, I mean Orton and Wyatt. I mean,
even
Orton
though that's
is the champ.
SmackDown fight, kind of.
And then, of course, Owens and Jericho. I mean, that's the. Well, I mean, we'll get to all those. But
I'll go with Joe in this one.
That's kind of where, Lucas and I are agreeing here. Which I don't know if it's because I'm clinging on to my 3-pick lead or no.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna match everything with him from now. No, that's not. There are some differences here. So we've got Roman Reigns against Braun Strowman. I'm surprised with everything that happened. I'm surprised that with everything that happened, they didn't turn it into an ambulance match, but maybe that'll come a little bit later. Who knows? Yeah. I mean, Extreme Rules is somewhere along the line here in the litany of pay-per-views. So.
Roar!
Is that your...
Yeah, he just roars, right? That's his thing.
You mean the... Oh! Is that
no, not Roman.
You mean Braun. Okay. In that case...
an ambulance. Roar!
Gotcha. All right, well, I'm going with...
In the other studio, they're looking at me like, what in bloody hell is going on back there right now?
Yeah, Ted Efaw is just losing his mind right now.
Fair question, honestly, by the way, Ted. Fair question.
Yeah, very, very fair question. I'm going with Roman on that.
Yeah.
We're already
Roman wins, LOL.
Yeah, exactly. Neville against Austin Aries for the Cruiserweight title.
I think Aries takes this one.
You would agree with Twitch? I'm saying Neville retains here.
I think they need to do something to make Aries a relevant threat.
Safe to say. I mean, his pedigree does kind of follow him. But we'll see
To
there.
us marks.
Yeah, to the Smarks, you're right. Orton against Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt in the House of Horrors match.
It depends. If the title's on the line, Orton. If it's not, Wyatt.
Fair reasoning. I'm going with Orton regardless, just because it seems like in these big type things, Bray Wyatt seems to fall short.
Yes, he seems to, but I think with it being a Raw pay-per-view, they're going to want to put the Raw guy over and make him look strong.
Gotcha.
Make him look strong.
Careful now. The Hardys defending against Cesaro and Sheamus for the Raw tag titles.
The Hardy Boys, I guess.
All right, I'm going with the Hardys, as is Lucas. And finally, the former best friends collide one more time. Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho for the U.S. title. The winner goes to SmackDown.
KO.
Yeah, I'm going Owens, and so's Twitch on that. So, yeah, the only thing that we disagree on, at least Lucas and I, is the Cruiserweight title match. At least he's making a pick this time around, so that's something to be said for. Anyway, got to tell you about our friends over at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA, where things are getting a little weird and a little fun in a good way, as the recently released on tap Gyroscopes and Infrared. What is that, you're probably wondering? Well, it came out last night. It's the new West Coast-inspired IPA, bursting with flavor and aroma from 5 different hops. Visitors told them to write the recipe down almost 2 years ago, but they forgot their pens.
Ugh.
Hate when that happens. You could also enjoy, currently on tap, the Pineapple Sweet Stash, a little pineapple wheat ale. Yeah, great for the warm weather here. And later tonight, you can bring your inner child for a cabaret-style sing-along with Righteous Jolly and Amy Robideau as they bring the songs of TV shows, musicals, and Disney to the goblet.
I'm in. That sounds fun.
And then special note for tomorrow, open from noon until 5 p.m. Because of the beer yoga going on tomorrow. If you haven't signed up for that, join them for some Bloody Marys and brews. The Broken Bloody Marys are delicious.
I can't comment. I'm not a Bloody Mary guy.
You know what? I wasn't a Bloody Mary guy either, and then I had the Broken Goblets
okay.
version.
I'll have to try it.
While I may not still be a Bloody Mary guy, I'm a Broken Bloody Mary guy.
Seems fair.
Absolutely. Just a few reasons why it's always a good time at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA. Broken Goblet Brewing, the semi-official brewery of Pro Wrestling Weekly. Please enjoy responsibly. Yeah, got to get that in there at the
Nicely
end.
done.
Exactly. So now we got about less than a minute left here, so it's time for birthdays.
Yay.
Since Twitch isn't here for it. So I got 2 here and then actually 2 Brucey bonuses because one of them is for Twitch here. On this date in 1978, Ryklon Ezekiel Stevens was born. The former WWE Intercontinental Champion, TNA star, and Lucha Underground star, best known as Ezekiel Jackson, turns 39 today. And on this date in 1990, this is a bit of a wrestling stretch, Colson Baker was born. The rapper and actor who has appeared twice on Monday Night Raw and whose theme song Invincible was the official theme of WrestleMania 28, better known as Machine Gun Kelly, turns 27 today.
A veritable who's who of who's that.
You ain't kidding. So that's why we had to go to the Brucey bonus, something outside of the world of wrestling. Little nod to Bruce Forsyth across the pond there. On this date in 1937, John Joseph Nicholson was born. The 3-time Academy Award-winning actor known for numerous films, including One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, The Shining, Batman, A Few Good Men, The Departed, among many others, better known as Jack Nicholson, turns 80 today.
By the way, I'm going to do a fun segment here. Everyone just Google Jack Nicholson shirtless hoagie. That's it. Just Google it and laugh.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Is this anything like a particular waffle research?
No. It's not bad.
Okay. All right. Just making sure.
But whatever it is, Jack Nicholson is sexually excited by his hoagie.
Oh, mercy. And on this date in 1959, this one was more for Lucas if he was here, Ryan Lee Stiles was born. The Canadian-American actor and comedian best known for starring in the improv comedy show Whose Line Is It Anyway, turns 58 today.
One of my
and no,
favorite
we are
shows.
not about to have a hoedown.
Damn it.
Well, I'm sure he's excited about that because he can't stand the hoedowns. That's going to just about do it for us here. Trenton Thunder baseball coming your way. Mike Samsel, thank you so much for ruining my show as always when you're popping in.
Yeah, it's a job, but somebody's got to do it.
The pleasure is all yours. And speaking of jobs, I think I'll be looking for one after this is all said and done.
Probably.
Stay tuned.